If you don't know, I'm Philip Martinez. This is Autumn Kelly. And we're here with Player.One to talk about the big news of the day, of the week. It's finally happened. Disney and Fox have merged in some way, and Disney bought them in some way. I don't know. It's all crazy.
A big deal.
Yeah. Here are...
run down some details really quick?
Yeah, here are the specifics. I'm reading from Variety. The Walt Disney Company has set a $52.4 billion, with a B, all-stock deal to acquire 20th Century Fox and other entertainment and sports assets from Rupert Murdoch's empire. Okay, so pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much their TV and film divisions. So yeah, here are the key elements. The assets are worth $66.1 billion. And they're taking on their debt, which is like $13.7 billion, which is crazy. Bob Iger, Disney's chairman and CEO, got a contract extension through 2021. And 20th Century Fox shareholders will receive Disney shares for each Fox share held. 2.27%, I guess. I don't know, something like that.
I want to meet the lawyer
who had to do this.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I wonder how much.
The team of lawyers.
How many pages was this contract? 200 pages long. Let's see.
It's a dream job, though, probably.
20th Century Fox will continue to pursue its acquisition of the remaining 61% stake in Euros. Okay, that doesn't. Whatever.
Cost savings. $2 billion in cost savings from combining Disney and Fox's overlapping businesses within 2 years of the deal's closing.
So those. Okay. Disney expects a regulatory review of the acquisition to take as long as 18 months. Okay. I know Disney put out something, too, about it. Yeah. So this is a big deal. Pretty much the highlights of it, the one that we, I guess, care about are the... Yeah, sorry, I got to put OBS back up. The ones that we care about are Disney acquiring the rights to the X-Men, the Fantastic Four... everything that they've been missing, pretty much.
Right.
They will have control over again.
So from like a creator standpoint, like say you're like the executive producer on The Gifted, what's going through your mind? What do you think? How is that going to go down?
I mean, they're gonna go through their first season still. Like I said, like 18 months, I think it was, until like everything is like done. So it'll take us all the way until almost 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, not 2020, 2019, and. Yeah, I think they'll have to like continue running their stuff like nothing happened, even though it's like on the horizon. Like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and maybe Disney will let us do our own thing.
Yeah.
You know, a Fantastic Four movie, but Simpsons. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Sorry, Mo. Yeah, leave us a comment if you have any thoughts because this is live on Facebook, so we're doing this new.
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah. But Fantastic Four movie, but for Simpsons. Okay, what do you have any? Do you have any big ideas that you?
I mean, we were talking.
Opportunity.
We were talking about off camera, like what it means for the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, like because they're obviously the biggest deals of this whole thing. Fantastic Four, they never really resonated with me, comic book wise or whatever. Obviously, the movies weren't that great. I really feel like they should do either Netflix style series or HBO style.
You mean for the X-Men universe?
No, for Fantastic Four.
Oh, for Fantastic Four.
Like they could still be in the MCU or whatever, but they could like kind of do their own thing.
No, the XU needs to stay intact. That's my.
I agree. Like I don't want them to like merge them personally.
Yeah. Maybe I don't mind the way that Marvel kind of nods with like shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Daredevil or whatever. We can nod all you want. But when it comes down to it, I feel like, you know.
Yeah, they just, like, say what you will. I think, like, 20th Century Fox did a good job with the X-Men universe, considering, like, there were some bumps in the road, and then they kind of recovered from it, and we all thought, like, okay, they're good. But then they fumbled with Fantastic Four, but they still had the X-Men, and they were still doing really well. I don't know. It's, like, a weird time because it's, like, ooh, we get to see Wolverine hanging out with Captain America now or whatever.
I think it's just we all wanted Hugh Jackman to just have a chance to
he could.
Part of such an amazing universe.
I know a lot of people are going back to when he was doing like press tours for Logan because that was supposed to be his last time.
They asked him that.
And he was like, well, you never know. You can never say never. And you know, if that would happen, I always say the money's right.
Right.
You come out of retirement for anything.
Yeah.
They'll give me like $1 billion. Oh yeah, hell yeah, I'll come out of retirement to play a character that I love. It's like, why the hell not?
He's going a different route. He was in that one with Zac Efron and Zendaya, like that musical or whatever.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Showman.
Yeah, it's coming out soon, I think.
I think it's out already.
Is it? I don't know. I saw the preview for it the other day, but I don't
He's
know.
going a different route now. He's
I
like,
mean,
I'm not gonna go to the gym every day and eat like 3,000 calories and boiled chicken
I mean,
and broccoli.
he did Les Miserables too.
Yeah.
So he's like musical background, even though he's not the greatest singer. But okay.
I mean,
he's
in
better than us.
the beginning, he wasn't the greatest actor either. Some of his early Wolverine performances were.
Yeah, I mean, he found his stride.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, it's an interesting time because, like I said, like it's good in that for that comic booky kind of way. It's just like, oh my god, everything's coming together. But do we really need it to come together?
Well,
I don't know.
You know what? You know what I think it is? You know, we said this on Cape Talk a lot. I don't like when things become Disney-fied and commercial.
Yeah.
And to take such a unique universe like the X-Men universe, which is why people still watch some of these arguably not so good movies, is because the universe is so unique. And I don't think it should be watered down or these characters should be subservient to, you know, people as big as, you know, Iron Man and Captain America who have had, you know, Disney dollars to work with all these years.
My problem is, like, and this is why, you know, I defend DC, always defend DC or what kind of thing where it's like, they're not trying to be Marvel, even though people are like, you should just emulate what Marvel's doing because it's working for them. It's like, yeah, but what works for them doesn't work for everybody. And you kind of want, like, that different, you know, you don't want to see the same thing over and over again. Like you said on multiple occasions where it kind of gets stale and formulaic, the Marvel movies. And it's pretty true. And, like, I don't know, you know, we have some outliers here and there, but you know where it's all going, especially with the origin movies. So, I don't know. It was something different. Like, the X-Men movies were always something different, where it's just, like, I could get something way more grittier, I guess, and way more, you know, real. Like, more down to earth.
It's because of the foundation of what these characters are built on and who and you know what they represent, you know, in society that you know the writers have created for the characters. It's what makes the powerful or the Gifted such a powerful show, even though arguably it's not that well written and the dialogue and the acting is But these stories that the X-Men universe is capable and has the capacity to tell compared to other you know, characters in DC and
Marvel,
right. I think that there's just an immense capacity, and I hope Disney takes advantage of you know what these characters are capable of evolving into.
Yeah, especially like in this state that we're in, like in the country where it's like, you know, the rise of Nazism and all that stuff kind of thing. It's like it's very parallel to how the X-Men have been treated and have been going through for all these years. It's like it's more important now than ever that they're, you know, those stories are told on the big screen, you know?
Right.
Just so, like, on a technical standpoint, it's like, how do you include the X-Men in this? Yeah. Like, you can't just be like, oh, by the way, they're mutants now.
Yeah.
It's like,
when we just, like, introduced Inhumans and stuff.
Like, you made, like, I guess they kept...
That's another reason why it's not smart to merge.
No, just keep them as their own separate thing. Like, even though it makes sense to kind of, like, oh, yeah, they were just, like, tucked away in Westchester somewhere. But, like, no, it just doesn't make sense. Unless Infinity War just, like, reboots the whole damn universe... Like, I don't think I want to see the X-Men interacting with the Avengers. I kind of don't. Yeah. Like, Spider-Man was cool and it makes sense. Yeah. It's like, X-Men is too much. It's just too much going on. That's why in the comics, they come together, but it's not so often, you know what I mean? It's just like, they're doing their own thing. They're saving the world and no one knows they're saving the world. Right. It's like, we don't need that.
I have to say, though, I'm picturing, like, a battle between the X-Men and the Avengers, and, like, I feel like the X-Men have a lot cooler and like better skill sets.
Well, I don't know if you're aware, they did have a whole storyline on
I bet they did.
Yeah, Avengers versus X-Men, which was like the downfall of the X-Men, I guess, because like the X-Men, well, like, we were talking about this yesterday with Steve, and it was just like the X-Men were right from the get. Like the Avengers came to their where they were staying, came on there. They have like in the comics at this time, they had their own like country. Right. Like, there was their own country, like, off California, I think it was. And they kind of just, like, invaded. The Avengers just showed up, was like, yo, give us one of your mutants. And they were like, no, get the hell out of our island. Well, I mean, that's way oversimplifying it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's just really funny to hear you say.
No, that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
Like, Kat was like, no, give us this person so we could protect her. And they were like, no, we can protect her. And then they got into a fight. And it's just like, no, the fucking Phoenix is coming. And it's like, no, the Phoenix is going to take her and then she's going to destroy the world. It's like, you don't know that. It's like, yes, we do. We've seen it happen before. But you don't know that. And the X-Men were right at the end of the day. They were right. So
you think Disney's gonna like give more money to like New Mutants and like those productions?
I feel like anything that's already been produced, like that's already too far gone.
You think so?
Yeah, they already have trailers and everything, so that's already
true.
they're already too far in. The Gift is too far in. Runaways are too far in. I mean, that's not 20th Century Fox, but what else do they have? Deadpool 2 is way too in already.
That animated series on FX. That was a big deal. FX signing that with Donald Glover.
Which animated series?
Donald Glover is making an animated Deadpool series for FX.
Is he?
He's already signed a deal for it.
I don't know if that's like already in production already.
I don't know.
Yet.
Well, it's because his role, FX does Atlanta, and they just wrapped season 2 filming for it.
Mm-hmm.
He's already obviously done some Star Wars stuff, so I'm assuming it's.
Oh, because he's a Han Solo, right?
It's on the slate soon.
Well, I mean, it goes back to that 18-month thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like anything within that 18 months is like not gonna have anything Disney.
Right.
Until everything is like finalized and they're like.
I wonder if that
in.
means anything that was close to being kind of set into production is now gonna have to wait.
Well,
18
the
months.
one that makes me think is Gambit.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Delayed again.
You know that
Yeah.
that one can stay delayed until until Marvel like does that
Fucking
properly.
Channing Tatum's getting older with each day passing, though.
It's like he's not gonna be able to dance anymore. Come on.
How old is he though?
He's gotta be in his 30s
Because
already.
I picture Gambit looking pretty.
Pretty white, old.
No, like
Young?
Younger.
I mean, no, he's kind of in his. I think he's like in his 30s. So
Yeah.
Channing Tatum's in his 30s. I feel so.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. He's always been like that grizzly guy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unknowns here. I know Disney's official announcement specifically mentions X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So things are going to happen with that. Hopefully we get Fantastic Four TV show. I don't think I need a movie.
They can't redeem. It's unredeemable.
What do you mean?
The movie.
Oh, the last movies they've done? Yeah, no, you just can't do them.
You know, even though I have to say, as a kid, like I'm like getting.
Nah, you want to get your tea?
But,
it's okay.
As a kid, I have to say, like, you still enjoy the movies. Like, you know, when you're not in a career like us and you're like 8
or
years
like
old,
mature, and you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember watching the first Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty dope. And I think back now, I'm like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
But like, you're a kid, you're young.
Yeah.
You're just like, ooh, flashy stuff. That's
Right.
cool. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting time. I will have to bring up. The talks always gave me like pause because like I don't want Disney like monopolizing everything, and that's like kind of the way we're heading, and that's like
Yeah.
not good.
Right.
Because it's like that goes back to my point of like hearing different voices and seeing different visions and stuff. Like I don't want anything like you, to your point, Disney-fied.
Yeah.
Like that, like they already own, like people are joking, they own Star Wars, they own Indiana Jones, now they own all the X-Men and the
Did I
Fantastic Four.
coin the Disney-fied term?
I don't know.
'Cause I've been
you said
saying
it today.
it for a long time.
I don't know. It's like you've said it a few times in
Yeah.
front of me, so
Like, I'm just wondering if I got that from somewhere.
I don't
because
know.
If I didn't, I would like to claim the term.
Okay, copyright TM. If
Yeah.
a lawyer is watching, can you like
Yeah.
write us up a contract? Anyway, but yeah, like I don't know. I just don't want too much of Disney, if that makes sense. Like they own everything.
Well, it's also it extends greater because we've always had like DC, Marvel, and then the X-Men have kind of just sat kind of in limbo. You know what I like? Kind of like in this limbo universe. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. Just the status quo is just now changed completely, and it's something that fans have been thinking about for like 2 decades.
Yeah, like
You
why
know?
can't we have this?
Yeah.
And it's like now you have it.
So it's kind of a monumental kind of action, and it's telling about where the media industry is headed. Everything's even websites and media sites. Everything is just. It's either you join in, you jump in, or you get out.
Or you're the outlier.
Yeah.
You're not gonna last very long.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
like when the talks were happening, like late last week, our friend Mark Hughes from Forbes was like, I don't know why people are getting upset about this monopoly of Disney because like, Disney's very hands off on their stuff and let them do their own thing. And I guess
Is that true?
I feel like that is true to a certain extent.
Mm.
But there's always like, there's one guy almost running everything. What's his name?
You can't tell me Captain America: Civil War was hands off. I'm sorry, you won't be able to convince.
Well,
me
we know
that.
that for a fact that Age of Ultron was not hands off.
Yeah.
Like Whedon said that himself.
Right.
That's why he's gone. That's why he didn't want to do anymore.
Yeah.
Because they were like, you need to have this pool scene with Thor.
You're right.
And he was like, no, I don't want it. Because it's like the tone is like so off. And you can tell.
Yeah.
You're like, where is this coming from? It's because they wanted, remember Thanos is around Infinity
Even the
Stones.
Force Awakens, I'm sorry. Like, it was a little bit.
A little bit what?
A little bit.
A little bit Disney-fied?
yeah.
I'm going to have to put like a graphic.
Yeah.
Just hit the button like
Yeah.
Disney-fied.
Yeah. I mean, really though, I don't know, but we'll see. Who knows? Maybe they just had to do that to just make a solid movie, so people will be invested in what's gonna be releasing tomorrow.
I mean, because we still have Dark Phoenix saga still. That's coming out next year. So all those movies are still gonna happen under 20th Century Fox, and from there, who knows?
Maybe that means since they're not worried about money anymore, really, like that means the Defenders and everything else can stay on Netflix. Because now Disney, their new streaming service. This is gonna make it way more lit.
Oh, of course, but that's not for a while too.
Yeah,
but by the time this is done, that will be already on its way.
They're ready to make some money.
Yo, they're gonna have the whole catalog of like Simpsons and Family Guy and
Simpsons
Bob's
will
Burgers.
do so well on exclusive streaming service. Are you fucking? They're gonna be making that bank.
I'm telling you, like Bob's Burgers, everything. Because like we're talking about like the superhero stuff, but like. Fox has a lot of TV stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they have so much TV that, damn.
FX has done great work in the last few years.
Yeah. People forget about FX that they're owned by
Fox
that,
was coming up. They really were. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's a lot to think about.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean.
Well, who knows how it'll affect your favorite show, Gotham.
It won't.
Yes.
It won't.
Yeah.
That's on Channel Fox. That's Fox, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's Warner Brothers. So
Right.
I don't know.
Well, now I'm kind of, Fox almost picked up Black Lightning.
Oh, but now it's on the CW.
Back in the day. Yeah. But
that's fine.
that would have been interesting.
So, let's just close this out. Like, what do you hope happens with this merger?
I just want to see more, because everything, all the X-Men movies seem to be, like, delayed or takes long, or, what, Marvel can provide some urgency.
Yeah, like a kick in the ass.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of hope that, since it's like, I would have preferred that this not have happened and just let 20th Century Fox do their thing, but
just off principle for me, because we're like we said, too much, one can all control, all ruling.
Yeah, I don't want
Disney,
that to happen, but I mean, since this has already happened, it's over. So I hope that they are as hands off as Mark says. That they kind of let that division. I don't know who will run that division anymore.
Right.
Like if they find someone else that's not Kevin. I mean Kevin Feige or Feige, whatever you want to call it. He could oversee everything, but like kind of have someone else just worry about the X-Men.
Yeah.
And let him worry about this whole giant Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Right. And hopefully they leave the creative teams and executive teams intact.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want too much shuffling around. Is like not a good thing. But we'll see.
Yeah.
A lot more information will be coming out, and we'll be definitely keeping you guys posted on Player.One. Yeah, we're going to be talking about The Gifted soon, too. So.
Yeah, we'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, with another Cape Talk episode. So check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, obviously Player.One. For
See
Phil
you
and
guys
Autumn.
soon. Yeah.
Later, guys.